roles that you have.
Rule number one,
Dance.
enjoy. Like, you can enjoy suffering, you know, and that might make suffering something good. Like, I feel like what I feel is the most wrong when I work with people or students, or it's when I see they just don't enjoy what they're doing. And I feel lots of frustration comes from that, and then nothing can really work. And I think there's so many ways that you can experience, like so many ways you can take joy from dance, like, and it's not only by becoming the most professional star of the dance world. Like, some people will, because there's a certain amount of circumstances that will help that person get there, but there's so many other perfectly great ways to have dance in your life. So I think that as long as you enjoy what you do, the path will reveal, and you'll work the best way you can with your body and with the capacities. You will take the best out of the people that you're working with, and the path will reveal. First of all, I try to find ways to make them feel confident on themselves, and try to bring some playfulness to whatever we do. Take away some of the seriousness and keep it really playful, so they forget a bit that we're working, you know. And sometimes some of their resistances or they lower, and some stuff emerge. Yeah, I think it's very basic to feel confident and to feel that nothing is that serious, and that to bring the playfulness. Yeah, I think those are my strategies for now. All of that, what I already said, like, keep it playful. Don't take yourself so seriously. Because for me,
Yeah.
that is just the philosophy of life applied to dance and movement. But ever since I moved to Israel when I was 24, it's been there, like, kind of in my daily life, and that's become my best friend in terms of investing in my body care and development. Like, I feel I could just do that, and it's always going to be best, like the best training I can give myself. Like, I just find everything in it. So there's no other teachers of Gaga in Barcelona besides me, which, you know, I practice through teaching, which sometimes is not enough for me. You know, I miss a lot, like, just going there and get guided and get inspired by other people's approach, and just like receiving, you know, and taking. So I try to travel to Israel as much as I can and get, like, you know, time for myself, take classes with Ohad or other teachers. Otherwise, I'm finding goodness in yoga also. And sometimes a bit of ballet. It's good, like, because it's part of what my training's been, and my body knows it. I just do it from another place now, and it's quite good for me. So in terms of my approach to, like, keep my body in shape, it's Gaga, yoga, a bit of ballet. The first main difference is that I'm not trying to become a ballerina anymore. You know, so my aim is not to fulfill the image of a specific body, or that image of, like, the virtuosity that means being a ballerina, you know, like having an amazing extension, very high legs, crazy turnout, being able to jump a lot or turning a lot of pirouettes. I really really dropped that ambition a long time ago, and I'm really not interested in that. Like, I don't think this is what I want to do as a dancer. So already that changes, like the approach of how you take that ballet class, and then it's just working with what's there and just not forcing your body into something that like it's not natural for it to do. Just understanding ballet from what does good to the body. Like it's got many benefits. Like in terms of finding your center, pose, working your muscles in like being able to like be flexible, long, and at the same time fast, like to be tonic and to be flexible. Like it trains the body in like really good ways, but not necessarily in the crazy ballerina shapes. I think it's been a process. I don't think it happened suddenly.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I think really what actually helped and made this possible was just finding something I liked more. Just getting a new idea I wanted to fulfill through my body. So the goal was somewhere else. It's very dynamic.
Sure.
Sometimes the intellect and like the psychology of the approach to dance and to life is really present. Sometimes it's very much like shifted on the other side, on where like all the knowledge comes from my body. But what's very clear and more clear is that like it's inseparable. It's kind of part of one same thing, and both need to be aligned, like body and mind. But what am I gonna tell you? Like we're not gonna, like I don't feel like I will get here like super spiritual, but I feel you can work well when you don't feel well in the body, and in order to feel well in the body, you need to feel very confident and comfortable on like. I feel confidence on one's body is critical. Like if you don't trust your body, that your body knows, and you don't know how to listen to it and how to get some answers from your body, I think you're missing like a big part of what's going on in general. And then in order to be able to trust your body and to get to listen to it, you need to be healthy up here as well. So it's constant feedback that you go like body, mind, body, mind, body, mind. Yeah, definitely it happened in many small moments.
Sure.
But biggest time was after 9 years of fully dancing in like stable companies and stuff. I have to say, it's never been so much about the experience of my body dancing. You know, that's always great, and I feel that's what will save my life always. No matter what happens to me, I feel that whenever I just can connect to my body, I'm in a safe place. But the crises have always come from the lifestyle that comes with being a dancer. Being poor, being in pain, not being able to have a normal relationship because I need to move all the time from country, and I'm going constantly on tour because it's hard for me to become a mom. Everything that comes with it is what finally got me into a crisis with dancing. So the biggest one was my last year in Israel, where it was like already my 9th year on a row, like dancing for, a professional company. It makes like me not understanding anymore why I was waking up in the morning, going grab that bar, and again repeating like training, no matter if I had a show that day or not. It was just like, it's my job, I'm getting paid for that. and you need to go and you need to rehearse that piece again and again and again. It started to not make sense at all for me. I felt like I wanted to work with other people, like independent choreographers that I felt appealed to, that would just like suggest to maybe like, I don't know, you know people and let's do a solo, but then I needed hours that I didn't have because I was committed to the company that was paying me and I had a contract with, which was quite exclusive, of course, because it takes, you know, most of the hours of your day. But then I wasn't really understanding why I was going there if we didn't perform in 2 weeks from now. It started to all fall a bit apart, and I really got demotivated about just going every day to train and to rehearse the same pieces over and over, and to go to the other side of the world to perform for people that I didn't know, to be completely jet lagged, and like I was really tired. I got burnt out, and that's when I decided I wanted to go home, and I didn't know if I wanted to dance anymore. I was 29 and I just felt like I needed a break, and I went home and I said, I just got in touch with the school where I learned dance, if they had a place, like if I could teach there, just to have some money. So I started teaching like a couple of times a week there, and I had nothing else. I was studying in I was like, maybe I'll just go to university now. I moved back to Barcelona, and in 2 years I finish my degree and I teach a bit, I have more money, and then I'll see. I'll take it from there. And then very soon I met a really cool group of people, La Veronal, which is the company that I'm working a lot with here in Barcelona, and they were looking for dancers for new production. And that came to me, and we did a really cool show, and I've been working with them ever since as a freelancer. So I got rid of the going every day to the studio. It happens 2 months every 2 years that like we have a production, you know, and then I enjoy it like crazy because it's like it's only these 2 months and it's very specific, and I love being able to focus on this right now. But it enabled me to just do so many things, which is also like it's got its terrible parts as well, you know, like managing my time is crazy, so many projects, like one on top of the other. Sometimes there's not enough projects, so not enough money. Like the freelance life, it's the other side of the coin, of course. But yeah, the crisis has always gone more with the lifestyle. Well, I changed the setting, like I changed the context in a radical way. Like that, I think that's what worked. I mean, what worked also is missing dancing. See, going to see other people perform and work and stuff, and me doing other stuff and working a bit, it just made me feel more hungry, like after a while, to say, I miss it, like I feel the drug there, like I want to feel it again, and yeah, missing it really helped. Those challenges, I feel they always come from stress, from pressure, and lack of confidence. Mostly. So, because being unclear of what you're looking for sometimes is very natural in a creation process, or feeling lost.
Sure.
And to accept that being lost is totally okay. Self-confidence is absolutely necessary. Otherwise, you feel so terrible. You're super judgmental. You feel you're terrible, that you're failing because you don't know, because you got lost, because. And so again, I think we're going back to what I've already said. I think it's ingredient number one, you know. Because if you don't trust the process or yourself or the being lost stage of things, then you can become very frustrated. You can think that like by being over controlling, you might master the situation, and that brings terrible energy to the room usually, because then, you know, sometimes to fake that you know what I want, then you become a dictator. So like you're showing that you know what you want, but that comes from a place that's completely wrong and fake also. I think just, you know, like to show that I think it's a lack of confidence completely. So if I'm in that room and I feel it's natural to do it, then I just try to share that it's okay. You know, like to try to put the people at ease and say, let's get lost together, and okay, premiere is in a week. Let's try to forget about that, you know, or trying to show some empathy.